Greetings, Earthlings! My name is Zero Jake and welcome back to Space Engineers. Today, we're going to be working on a sorting system, since we do now have a second cargo container up and running. Because I was thinking, why should we have a sorting system whilst everything would have gone into here? Very good question. It's because, well, we now have a second cargo container where everything else can go into that we don't want sorted into here. I've also extended the corridor. That's an in-progress project. But anyway, first things first, we need programmable blocks because we are going to be using Taleden's inventory manager, which is a script, and therefore we need program blocks. Anytime that you want to get a grip of yourself game, that would be a good idea. Programmable block, and then we also need a timer block. Good. And some LCDs. We'll stick with like 2 wide LCDs. So we need LCDs for the viewing of what we have, and then we also need LCDs for showing, well, we need more room in here because currently there isn't enough, which is annoying. Well, I guess I could place LCDs here and then some other LCDs here for stuff that isn't components. Okay, sorry, mentally prepping myself as usual. Right, I'd like it if this thing would actually sit on the ground. Possibly because it only attaches to the thing that I place it to. Right. Right, let's place this thing down, and then we'll also place next to it a timer block. And then we'll weld those things up, which goes with a bunch of stuff. Hey game, it'll be lovely if you don't lag me out all the time. Right, small steel, some computers, some displays. In fact, we're going to need quite a few of them. Some motors, construction component. I think that's it. No, large steel tube. Forgot the large steel tube, everybody. And along with all that, we also need some LCDs, which will require stuff that I've already got. One more display and some bulletproof glass. So throw the rest in here. Need one display. One display. I could just take all of it. And some bulletproof glass, and then we also need glass steel tube. Right. Good. And then let's weld these up as well. We're giving it bulletproof glass so that it can stay alive when we do things. Yes. We can throw the rest of this away. We don't need it. For now, we'll just be working on this. So, we're going to have to edit, go into programmable block and edit. And now we browse workshop. So I have Taleden's inventory manager here, which should be good unless I am unawares that it's being destroyed. Right, that's good. A lot of code. A lot of code, yeah. Remember an exit. And we should be able to run it and it will do things. It currently will do nothing because that's how we roll. First of all, so Taleden's inventory manager does 3 things. First of all, it sorts things into inventories when you name them. Second, it will display the amount of items that you have in your entire system on an LCD screen. And third, it will activate assemblers that have been keyed to create items, well, specific items that you need, which would be, well, which is useful actually. It's an auto-crafting, auto-sorting system in which you can see what you have without having to go into every single cargo container. Pretty useful, and we're having it up in the bridge because, well, we can. So, if I go to storage, I'll hide this. You'll notice that we have cargo bay 2, and cargo bay, I'm going to turn this off in terminal as well. Right. I only want to do these two, right? So first of all, we have the first cargo bay, and I want that to hold component. To hold component. Give me a second. Yeah, Tim component, right? What that should mean is that once the script is running, it will draw all the components from any non-exempt inventories into this inventory. And since this inventory is ridiculously massive, it's fine. And then the second that we're going to do is Tim ingot. So all ingots, except from those in reactors, well, all ingots except from stuff that are in reactors or are in exempt areas go to the thing, container, the other container, the container on the right. So that's good, right? So those are now named differently. We can go in there, we can see, ooh look, Tim ingot, right? That's good. Next on the adventure of a lifetime, we're going to need to set up this timer block. So if I go and find it, we'll go timer block sorting system. Though I doubt that that's the way that I've named it. Timer. No, I didn't. Right. Let's do the naming thing properly, Jake. Because otherwise I'll start destroying myself. Anyway, so we now have our lovely timer block here, and what we wanted to do is, with a delay of 2 seconds, because this is a server after all and I don't want to nuke the entire thing, we are going to activate the programmable block. No, run with default argument. And then we're gonna start now. Start. So what this is gonna do, once the timer block is started, it will run the program every 2 seconds. Okay? So I can say start, and you can see that it's gonna blink, or not. The only way that I know it's working is if I do something like this. So, for example, we have a bunch of stuff in here, right? If I grabbed the construction components and throw them in here, they'll get thrown back. See how brilliant this is. Now, ingot, I don't believe is working. Ingot, no, ingot. Yeah, you're not working for some reason. Oh, I can't connect you. Why can't I connect you? You are connected to the system. So, there is a cargo access port on the other side there, and that goes down. Interesting. That's not the fault of the script, it's the fault of me, somehow. We're gonna find out. Right, so I've got that. Conveyor, goes underneath here. Oh, right, I haven't connected it. Oops. Right, let's do that and see every cool thing in the universe at work. Let's go construction component, interior plate, small steel tube, motor. I've memorized what is required for conveyor tubes because I build them every freaking day. Right. There we go. Right, we should now see all of the ingots in the universe in that cargo container. So we're going to go up again. Right, and here we go. That's all of our resources, right? All of them. If I type in ingot, the only other place that you'll see is holy hell, we have 900 ingots? Right, okay. I may have processed a bit more uranium than I thought I did. Anyway, so you can see our current lineup of resources. Magnesium's not doing too great, but then again, we don't use it because we don't make ammunition, except for the fact that we did make ammunition. We're a bit low on gold, obviously. Silver is doing quite alright. We've got a decent amount of nickel, cobalt, we've got a lot of gravel, we've got even more iron. Yeah, we can see all this. I believe we're actually missing one. Possibly. Yeah, it's platinum, obviously. Okay, right. So I've got the auto system done. We're auto sorting into 2 inventories now, which is brilliant. It means I no longer have to go into separate places to find things. And it means I can just throw things in a... Like, for example, if I'm working in the hangar, I can go in here, type in car. The first thing that will show up is the components. I select what I want. And then when I want to drop off, I access the inventory and then dump things in there, and then it will be dealt with. The only things that are not dealt with currently are equipment, so tools. However, I need something that will automatically destroy all tools, all base tier tools that it finds, because that would be a useful feature. In fact, I could probably set one up. Things to do later. Right. Now we have these LCD panels, and this is where it gets slightly complicated, which is going to be fun. I want to go to the community hub, because it's been a while since I last set up this system. So I want to go to the workshop and find it. Workshop. Tim. Oh yes, this is definitely relevant. Definitely. You people. No, it's not under Tim, it's Talden's inventory manager. In fact, no. No. Because I believe if we go into here and edit browse workshop, and then go to here, browse workshop, Talden's. Really? Of course, because it's apostrophe, and no, okay. You can't find any scripts that are Talden's. There we go. Taleden's. Meh. Yeah, if we scroll down, we can see a bunch of stuff. What we're looking for is the guide, and I'm very bad at finding the guide. User guide. Right, that's loading. Or is it? Not loading. Lovely. Yeah, let's copy this and paste it. Right, let's go into here and paste. Okay. This is the guide for everything, and what we're wanting to do is inventory panels. So, yada. Tag with the inven rule, then it will display a table of your current inventory of one or more types of items, right? So what we want to do is, we want to go into here, right? Has a tag noting that this, inside square brackets is a tag according to this. So we want wide LCD Tim inven, for example, component. And there we go, we see all the components. So what we can see here is all of the components listed. Now, there might be a slight problem with this. I kind of want, I don't know why I'm tabbed. I'm tabbed because I used Shift tab, right? Yeah. But I want because it's possible that we won't actually see all of the components available to us because there are more components than this. I actually want it here. Spheric wide. I want to copy this and paste it here. For now, anyway. And then what I want to do is I want to change the font size down to something like 0.65, which might work. Yeah, as you can see, we've got some more black space, and we can go up and we can have it glow yellow, annoyingly. Now, there is something else that we could do, and that's called panel spanning. Panel spanning. We can say how the span is. So we can go up here, right? We can, and then inside we have a space here. Span, and then we go 1 by 2, right? Except if I've already got a square bracket. So if we do this, and then we get rid of this, I believe we need another span. Must all be of the same type. I know top left panel should be tagged. Yeah, so if we were to increase the size of the font to 1, you'd see that it goes down to here. And as you can see, we can read it easily, which is excellent. Right, for now, we'll have it like this, because we're currently not auto-crafting resources. We will at some point, at which point we'll expand further on this lovely technology that we have. Modded components, so for example, the components required to make an arc reactor, we can't see them until they're in our system, and we won't see them if there's none of them. The thing that we have to do is we have to go into a separate LCD panel which can determine the quotas, which we don't need, well, which I could set up if I wanted to. If we determine the quotas, then they'll always remain on this LCD. Anyway, this LCD screen gets updated every 2 seconds. The sorting system gets updated every 2 seconds, and hopefully that won't impact the world in any significant manner. Now, the only thing I'll have to work out is, because the world pauses during the event that no one is online, does the timer block keep running? And if it doesn't, should we have something to help there? Well, in the event that we want to turn on or off the system, we're going to build a button, which is going to require a steel interior plate and a computer. I want steel and a bit of computer. I've got everything else. Right, if we place that here, right? If we place it here, except that we can't, because that's not a good place to place it. Can't place it there either. I could place it here though, on the elevator. Maybe I should add something. That's the wrong way around. Right, I don't want it on the elevator because that's a bit weird, so instead we're going to have it on the armor block. Oh, of course I ran out of steel, yes, because I only brought 10 with me. I'm a fool of a took. I shall throw myself in next time. Right. We want you this way. Good. So this has buttons, as you probably should know already, and we can set up actions here. If we go to timer and we get sorting system, we want this to start, and we want this to stop, right? So currently the sorting system is active. If I press the red button, it turns off. And you'll be able to see that it turns off because I can move things from one inventory to the other, and it won't move back. This is good if we are facing significant server load, which will happen at some point. And then we can set it again. And you'll see that it goes yellow and orange and what have you. And if I attempt to move this to another inventory, it will get moved back. Pretty simple stuff. I'm going to move this precision welder in here. Is there anything else in here that doesn't need to be? No. Good. That's good. You're named collect. Yeah, good point. I need to hide collectors. Right. That's pretty good. I probably need to change the name of the bottom LCD panel. Would be useful. LCD down here, and we want off terminal. Fusion reactor, fusion. Yeah, we still have a fusion reactor build. To build rather. It's going to take me quite a while. We've also got exterior access. What? What do you mean exterior access? Where's that? Exterior access. Interesting. So that means that my compatriot has done something. I'm going to investigate. First I'm going to find the medical room and hide that, because currently it's showing on HUD, and we don't want it to show on HUD, because that means that everyone else will know where the medical room is. And when I enable permanent death, which is basically if you have no med room to spawn in, then when you spawn you lose ownership of everything and you get kicked out of your faction. That's pretty bad. Exterior access. What have you done? Right. Exterior access. What is it? Oh, it's this one, I think. Yeah, this one. Hang on, give me a second. I'm renaming it. Storage. Exterior. Good, right. So, that's the sorting system done, which is good, because if it wasn't, then otherwise I'd go mad, slowly and surely. We have the ability to, well, we could, right? Here's the theoretical. Tom joined in. Here's the theoretical thing. We could extend our factory so that we could automatically construct everything, but I don't wanna until I have the platinum, because I want to redesign the factory with advanced assemblers, because those are much faster. And currently the assemblers that we do have are quite slow for things that I need a lot of, such as superconductor conduit. It takes like a second to build one, and I'm not waiting 1,500 seconds to build enough to build a mining laser. Yeah, well, anyway. We shall be doing something with this area in the next episode. Until then, my name has been Zero Jake. Yes, that went weird in my math. My name has been Zero Jake. End transmission.